Very good afternoon, all of you, ladies and gentlemen, and especially those who are logged in from Zoom meeting. You all are welcome. Chamber of Construction Industry of Sri Lanka have organized this particular seminar on investment opportunities and innovative construction technologies in Northern Sri Lanka. This is the first seminar ever we are having in Jaffna city, and we are making quite a good approach, and we are happy to inform you that we are in the hybrid seminar with the Zoom and the physical count. Your presence are very important to us. And without taking too much of time, I am glad to invite Engineer Nissanka N. Wijeratna, the Secretary General of the Chamber of Construction Industry, CEO, to address the gathering with his welcome speech. Thank you very much for your presence. Mr. Nissanka Wijeratna, over to you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Lawrence, Executive Director of BOI in charge of zones, Mr. Planner Prashant, Deputy Director General of UDA in charge of real estate and land management.
Recording in progress.
Mr. Roshan Rodrigo, General Manager of ICC in charge of pre-contracts.
Recording in progress.
Dr. Somaratna and Engineer Kiriparan from the Department of Civil Engineering in University of Jaffna. And Dr. Ketiswaran, Head of Civil Engineering in University of Jaffna, who will be the resource persons at today's seminar. To those who are not aware of what Chamber of Construction Industry is, let me briefly explain. The Chamber of Construction Industry is established by an Act of Parliament as the apex representative body of all stakeholders of the construction industry. Now today, we have 14 institutional members, amongst which are all the professional institutions like Institute of Engineers, Sri Lankan Institute of Architects, Institute of Quantity Surveyors, all the professional institutions, and trade associations like National Construction Association, of which there is a branch in Jaffna also, Major Contractors Association, and Ceylon Institute of Builders. So in all there are 14 institutional and trade associations, and in addition to that there are nearly 300 companies which are engaged in the construction sector, manufacturing materials, supplying materials, and also undertaking contracts and consultancy services. Chamber has been organizing Build Sri Lanka Construction, Housing and Construction Exhibition for 18 consecutive years in Colombo, BMICH. The 19th one will be in next May. Now this seminar we are holding in Jaffna in conjunction with the Jaffna Housing and Construction Expo. Really in Jaffna, this is the first time we have organized a Housing and Construction Expo, even though we wanted to have an exhibition in Jaffna for some years, but we couldn't get all the things in right place. So now only we have been able to manage to conduct this exhibition, and we hope to continue this annually in Jaffna, depending on the success of this year's exhibition. As Mr. Kapil Liraj explained, this is the first time we are having a seminar in Jaffna, even though we have been conducting numerous seminars in Colombo on various crucial topics. Some topics not to the favor of the then government. But we have been having a lot of seminars to create an awareness on the issues involved with construction industry. So this is first time we are having a seminar on investment opportunities and innovative construction technologies in Northern Sri Lanka. Why we timed the exhibition and this seminar to these 3 days was that we realized that there is some interest in development activities in Jaffna, especially the overseas Sri Lankans were expected to come in large numbers to the Nallur Kovil Festival. And so we expected to capture the attention of them at the exhibition and also the seminar. So there will be very interesting presentations on investment opportunities, then how to get the clearances, and on innovative technologies that can be applied in Northern Sri Lanka during the seminar. So I hope the seminar presentations will be very, very useful to the audience who are gathered here, as well as those who are watching us through Zoom, because this is hybrid, this seminar is being held in hybrid format. So there are several persons in other parts of Sri Lanka as well as in other parts of the world who are joining this seminar. So I kindly request to wait until the total completion of this seminar and get the best maximum use of this seminar. So thank you very much. I wish you all success.
Thank you very much, Engineer Nisanka N. Vijayaratna, Secretary General, CEO of the Chamber of Construction Industry. In conjunction with Aingaran Media Solutions, we are having a parallel exhibition at the Mutraveli ground at this moment. That will happen starting from today, Saturday, Sunday. There will be a 3-day exhibition parallel to this seminar. Now I would like to invite Mr. DKSP Sandaruwan, the Deputy Director UDA, and Mrs. Tharani Suresh Kumar, the Town Planner of the UDA, to make their presentations on real estate investment opportunities of UDA on one-stop clearance.
Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Sandruwan from UDA. First of all, thank you very much for the Chamber of Construction Industry Sri Lanka for giving us this valuable opportunity for us to provide our investment opportunities for you all. Actually, Urban Development Authority is the leading government organization who is dealing with the spatial development of the country. Investment opportunities is also the part and parcel of that, the sustainable development. So, Urban Development Authority was established under the UDA Law number 41 of 1978 to promote integrated planning and spatial and sustainable development of the country. So, disturbances. Actually, Urban Development Authority is the leading government organization in our country. UDA is established under the law number 41 of 1978. It was established to promote integrated planning and sustainable development in the areas declared under the UDA law. And also UDA has the large land bank. We have the large land bank of our country. We have around 3,000 acres of the land all over the country. Out of that, around 1,300 acres are rightly available for investment. The real estate investment is also the part and parcel of our, part and parcel of the sustainable development. So that is also the coming under the UDA powers and functions. So yes, as I earlier mentioned, we have a large land bank. We have 76 lands are rightly available for the development for you all, and value of that lands are around $500 million. So in here we are presenting our land bank for you all. So first of all, I would like to explain about the advantages of having the investment with the UDA, or why you all have invested in the UDA properties. So first one is the long-term land lease with government authentications. That means all these lands are owned by the UDA. That means the government. So if you invest with the UDA lands, that means you have the government authentication, not like the private sector's lands. So then the government assured tenure security, as I earlier mentioned. Then the prime locations and premium market value. That means our lands are located in the prime locations of the city, each and every cities of the country, major cities of the country. So the other thing is the provisions of required basic infrastructure facilities also available up to the site. So then the mortgage and the assignment of leasehold rights also available with us. That means if you dispose our land to you all, then you will be able to mortgage or assignment or sublease our lands. Then the benefits from the government, that means the tax concessions and the favorable regulations. So if, as I earlier mentioned, if you are dealing with previous slide, please. Yes. If you are investing in our lands, you can have, the favorable regulations. Then the assistance by the UDA for speedy process to obtain the relevant clearances from different government organizations. For example, you need to implement the development projects, you need a number of clearances from different government organizations. So if you deal with us, we will assist you all to obtain the clearances with speedy process by interfering us into your approval process. Then the adjustable time period for the payment of lease premiums. That means we offer we offer some payment plans plus payment time periods. That means the 3 years payment plans, then the 5 years payment plans. Likewise, that you can. That means you can enjoy with our payment plans for the investment. Previous one. Okay. Then the adjustable time period for the payment of the lease premiums, and also flexible lease terms enhance investors' goodwill. Because of UDA's properties, you can have the goodwill of us. Then the real estate investment models. We have two investment models. That means competitive proposals and the direct proposals. Competitive proposals mean the through competitive bidding. Then that means the unsolicited proposals. Then the direct proposal, that means through BOI process. That means the unsolicited proposals. Both models can be, we will introduce both models into our investment opportunities. Then the under these two models, two methods, we provide loan lease agreement with 30 years, 50 years and 99 years period. That means 30 years for some non-residential activities, 99 years for the residential activity. Likewise that. Then the long-term management contracts, that means especially for the built-up properties of the UDA, you can have long-term management contract with us. Then the PPP model, that means the public-private partnership models. So under that, as I earlier mentioned, we listed down the 75 land lots for development, for the immediate readily available developments under 10 different categories. I mean, mixed development activities, mixed development cluster, IT-based mixed development cluster, car park with mixed development, then the multimodal logistic park and associated development cluster, then the office tower development cluster, then the hospitality and leisure development cluster, residential development cluster, health-related activities development cluster, education development, and SME sector. Then one-stop unit. This is important thing. Sorry for that. Actually, one-stop shop. I think you may heard that the you need, as a developer, you need some more time to obtain the approvals from the UDA for your development permit. But sometimes it may take more than 6 months because of so many reasons of the, not only from the UDA side but also from the different government organization side. But under one-stop shop, we will provide the development permit within 21 days. 3 months ago, it was started at the UDA head office. Now it's operating especially for the lands situated in the Western Province Division. But in near future, we will start from the Northern Province also. So 21 days means, it will lead to enhance the development, and it will ease your, it will solve your so many problems in the, the approval process. Then also the 26 supporting agencies were amalgamated with us to give these approvals. Yes, those are the 26 different institutions who are engaging with us to give development permits for you all. Okay, in our website it is clearly mentioned about how do you should apply for that, and what is the process to apply for that. So that's all about that. Then I will cordially invite my colleague to continue this presentation by giving the some idea about the investment opportunities in the Northern Province. Thank you very much.
Thank you, our Deputy Director. I am Dharini, Town Planner from Urban Development Authority, Northern Provincial Office. In my presentation, I mainly focusing about investment opportunities for Northern Province. So before going to the investment promotion of the Northern Province, what is Northern Province? The Northern Province is one of the provinces in Sri Lanka with a land extent nearly 9,000 square kilometer. This province has consisted 5 number of districts with 34 number of local authorities. The total population of the province is nearly 1.2 million. It covers nearly 5% of the national population. Same time, if you see the economic indicators relevant with this province, this is the least province in Sri Lanka contributed to GDP. It's nearly 4.2% according to the statistical information of the central bank. And other economic indicators like unemployment rate, poverty headcount index also high in this province comparing with national level, and nearly 24% of the total families are living as a woman-headed families. This is the general transport through road connectivity, railways, seaport and airport. Other than that, natural resources. Yes, we have the 22% of the coastal length in Sri Lanka, lagoons and mainly islands, 29 numbers of islands available within this province and mangroves, palmyra. So, based on these resources, connectivity and the natural resources, we have identified nearly 9 sectors for the investment promotion of this province. Same time, we are from Urban Development Authority. According to the National Physical Plan prepared by the National Physical Planning Department, we have analyzed the urban hierarchy of this province. According to that, Jaffna is the capital of the northern province. It is acting as a first order city. Other than that, 4 district capital is available and third order, fourth order cities also available within this northern province. Then, based on this urban hierarchy and the identified resources, we have identified some of the special investments on nearly 7 numbers of investments on we have identified based on the resources and the urban hierarchical. For example, we have identified special investments on in KK's and Talamannar area based on the seaport, KK's seaport and the Talamannar seaport. So, we are expecting develop the investment promotion within these 7 investment zones. So, according to our resources, first we have identified the transport. According to the National Physical Plan prepared by the MBPD, they have identified Jaffna as a multi-dimensional commercial city out of 4 cities in Sri Lanka. Same as I earlier mentioned that Jaffna has the kite connectivity. Without proper transportation facilities, we cannot improve the investment promotion of this province. That's why we have identified 4 major transport related projects to this province. The first one is the redevelopment of KK's Harbour and reopening the Palali International Airport and modernization of KK's railway station. Then why we are mainly focusing about transport of this province, recently CWN Travel has listed most 18 underrated places in Sri Lanka, in Asia. Under that, Jaffna also included. They mentioned that travelers can easily approach the south coast and central coast through the capital city of Colombo. Even though Jaffna has a high potential, northern province has the high potential for the architectural and the tangible and intangible tourism views, but due to the transport barrier, they cannot approach to this northern coast. So our second identified sector is fishery, marine farming. I earlier mentioned our province fishery sector is uncountable. Our resources is uncountable. With the help of Provincial Land Commissioner and the NECDA, we have identified nearly 572 acres of land for the marine farming related activities. The third important sector is tourism. This province has the multiple variety of tourism resources like sacred and religious site, historical, natural and cultural lifestyle tours. Same time, we have identified the tourism attractable places within the Jaffna Peninsula and also SLTD, Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority. In their plan, they have expanded tourist route up to North Coast, Mannar and Mullaitivu. So, if we talk about the tourism of this province, we cannot avoid the islands of the province. We have kept at nearly 28 numbers of islands within this province. It's around 5% of the total extent and nearly 9% of the total population living within those islands. So, these are the connectivity to islands. Some islands are directly connected with the Jaffna district, for example, Heights, Vale and Pungudidive, but most of the islands are only the sea roads. These are the islands out of the Jaffna district. They only connected through the sea road. So based on the data collection and the site visit, we have identified what are the potential available within this island, especially tourism, fishery and the renewable energy. So based on this potential, nearly 410 acres of land is available for the tourism related investment activities of this province. Likewise, in Manna, Thevenpiti, and the Achankulam for the coastal tourism promotion. In Jaffna, we know about Srithivu. It is locating very close to the Kurunak area. It's fully covered by the mangroves. So, we are expecting to promote the nature tourism related activities within this Srithivu island. So, based on this, our analysis, we have the 28 numbers of island. Then, we have categorized some of the tourism like seafront marina, heritage city, island for wind and energy, high-end island resort. We listed out what are the islands are the potential for those kind of development. Then renewable energy is the green energy. This area is highly potential for the wind and solar energy. Nearly 35% of the coastal land declared by the Sustainable Energy Authority for the high potential for the renewable energy. So according to that, nearly 910 acres of land identified for the renewable energy related activity. Based on the investments on already I explained, nearly 900 acres of lands identified for the industrial related activities including seed processing and agriculture processing based. Then these are the lands we have in Mannar Industrial Zone, Achuveli and the Vaunia Poonthottam Industrial Estate, and Klinochi Parandan Chemical Corporation land for the industrial development activities. Other than that, in Mangulam and also the Ariviyal Nagar also land is available for the industrial related activity. Then agricultural, for the agricultural development, nearly 7 acres of land identified for the agriculture development. Then housing and education, for the promotion of tertiary education, we identified nearly 300 acres of land. Then the main sector is urban development. Nearly 150 acres of land identified within the northern province for the urban development relevant activity. This land is, first land is Chammani land development. It's locating very close to the Jaffna town area. Nearly 30 acres of land is available for the recreational related development activities. The second land is railway land. It's locating within the heart of the city. 5 acres of land is available for the mixed development related activities. Then third land is Presidential Palace land. It is locating in KK's area. Nearly 30 acres of land is for the mixed development and the recreational based development activity. Then finally guide plan, it mainly focusing about the Vaunia area. Under our Vaunia development plan, we have identified nearly 25 acres of the land within the town center for the identified as a guide plan area to promote the admin and the commercial and also the recreational development activity. Under that, we have identified several projects to promote with the participation of the public-private partnership. So those are the relevant sectors and projects we have identified to develop this province investment promotion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sandaruvan and Mrs. Tharani Suras Kumar. I should apologize the audience, the participants and the listeners with these technical errors we are having with, especially the network connectivity was lost time to time. So I'm extremely sorry, but we will upload the complete recording and the presentations to our chamber website, where we will send you the links also for you all to download it and get the information over and over again. So don't worry about the network connectivity. We will continue with the program and we will upload the entire recording to our website. Then I would like to invite Mr. MKD Lawrence to address about the investment opportunities in Northern Sri Lanka. He is the head of zone of the Executive Director, Board of Investments of Sri Lanka. Over to you, Mr. Lawrence.
Numbering order, especially with that's okay with the families. They can skip some of the slides. Exactly. Hello. Sharing a line. Sharing a line.
Thank you. I think after UDA presentation, it's easy for me to continue because they have what are the areas and the opportunities in the Northern Peninsula. Engineer Nisanka in Vijayaratna, Secretary General, CEO, Chamber of Construction Industry of Sri Lanka, and Mr. Kapila Lianarachi and all executive committee members of Chamber and other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure for me to be here after some time. I can remember in 2010, I came here. After that, I came several times, but in 2010, so just after this crisis period was over, it was a helicopter tour to here because the road were not connected and roads having many barriers, and we were not in a position to communicate and travel this area. Why I came here to recruit this gentleman, Mr. Jamanan, as our head of Jaffna, to represent BOI and to recruit a few of the officers who are working here now. I still can remember when we advertised to recruit one of the management assistants to our office. One girl came, only one girl, Mr. Vijayaratna. That girl was not having speaking ability to speak in English because being a VUI, working with English language. Then what I asked her, can you read a newspaper, English newspaper? Then I gave her paper and I asked her whether you can read it. She read it, very small paragraph. Today I came here and I spoke to her in English. She is very fluent in English and she has passed her degree with first class and following master degree and excel many capabilities and capacities. So I'm very happy after many years. So then this is what we have to keep this connectivity and give them the ability and the develop their abilities and excel their capabilities to develop this area. This is one example. Why I'm here today to connect with UDA, what are the areas and opportunities they describe here, and tell about BOI. What BOI is doing, BOI is a premier agency to promote and facilitate foreign direct investment. About the FDI, so normally people think, so why FDI? Can't Sri Lankans invest under BOI? We all can invest. You all can invest under BOI. Only thing, so we have to fulfill the requirements. Some regulations are there, so we have to meet those regulations, standards, threshold limits. Based on that, BOI is open to anyone. It can be a FDI 100%, it can be a joint venture, it can be 100% local investment. This was started in 1978 as a Greater Colombo Economic Commission because before 78, Mr. Vijayaratna and myself, maybe we can recall our memories those days, how the difficulties we faced. We didn't have actually a essential commodity we scrutinize projects and then approve projects. And then BOI is one agency having all these authorities, even the custom authority, to import and export process that has been delegated. So then investors no need to go to here and there. So then all these services can be taken from BOI. And even labor relations. So then BOI is empowered to give a delegated authority to employee relationship, because labor department has almost authority, but that has been delegated to BOI because we need to look after this relationship. We have legal services, legal department, and also engineering and environment departments and the laboratories to look after our investments. So then even if any project is located in a zone or under the BOI regulations, so then engineering approvals are approved by the BOI. So those are the authorities which are vested in the BOI Act. So this is how this FDI intrusion, you can see, started at the very minimum in 1978. Now we have come up to 2022. We can see it's about 1 billion USD per year. But is that enough? So then we have to increase this. So our target is to increase this 1 billion up to 5 billion in 2025. For that, we have to have a lot of activities, a lot of regulations to be changed, and we have to connect with UD and other agencies' plans and promote FDI. Then only we can come up from this crisis situation that we are facing. You can see in 2018 only we had 2.3 billion USD. Why? There should be, isn't that a miracle also? Then something special for that. That is the year that we had this Hambantota HIP transaction with the Chinese government. So then we have this 1.3 billion came in 1 year. Other than that, basically is 1 billion USD investment intrusion. So then exports annually is about 2022 9.4 billion USD, and we are connected with many countries, and majority of our exports are textile, and from country point of view, industrial exports are 89%, which are from BOI companies. So then we are doing really well, but still we can see majority is from textile and garments. So then are we in a position to continue with the textile and garments? So because it's 5.5 billion of our total exports. We have to change a strategy. We have to change and see what are the opportunities that we can excel in provincial wise, in area wise, in category wise, and market with that to the export market. So that's what we are working on now. These are the export zones we have now, 15 zones, and where we have 285 companies in operation with 135,500. Actually, employment a little bit less. You saw this export is 9.4 billion, but employment is 135,500 in zones. In zones only it's about USD 3 billion. The reason is the automation has come up now. A lot of operations have been automated in zones, especially in Katunayaka and Biagama, major zones. We don't have much employees there. Now these labor-intensive projects have been shifted to remote areas. A lot of garment industries we have in Vavuniya and other areas in the northern province, and also in the remote areas of the country. So then now we are focusing to get more service-oriented companies into large-scale zones, which are closely connected with the port and airport, like Katunayaka and Biagama. And then these are the priority areas that we are targeting now. Pharmaceuticals, because we should be self-sufficient in pharmaceuticals. It's about 25 to 30% that we are manufacturing here now, but we have to be 100% self-sufficient. For that, we have established few companies in Katunayaka zone and Koggala and some parts in the Western province. So we are going to expand these pharmaceuticals. So there are opportunities. And logistics is special area with the connectivity. Even in the northern part also, we can see as per the UDA plan, how this logistic opportunities, logistic investment can be promoted. And information technology, where we are in the process of promoting 1,000 IT companies as per the instruction given by HE. So then that's one sector that we are focusing. And processed foods, fisheries, aquaculture, likewise. So then all these sectors are basically we are promoting as BOI projects. So what are the new initiatives we have taken? Investor Facilitation Center. This is where the problem, because if we don't have connectivity with the line agencies, maybe UDA can have their projects, BUI is having our proposals, some other agencies having their proposals, but we know a lot of approval processes there. So then to ease this process, we have established now IFC, which is chaired by Honorable Minister. And in case if there's a very serious issue, then we direct to His Excellency the President. So then this committee meets at least fortnight and solve the problems for investors. About 20 line agencies are connected with now IFC. And then we have digitization of investor experiences, because earlier it's about 40 to 45 documents. Maybe if you have the experience to import something, so then we have to submit all these papers to BUI. Even though the authority from custom has been delegated, so the papers were there. So now all these processes have been digitized. No need to come to our office. All the documents can be submitted wherever you are, and import-export documentation are automated now. And even the visa and even the job bank. So then if job seekers are there, all these things are now automated, and anybody can see whether they have opportunities. And then we are trying to actually process our investment appraisal process also to digitize. And then a new initiative has been taken recently, Partner Finder, where I think this the gentlemen and ladies who are living in abroad, and then maybe they have come here for vacation. So this is area that you can see whether you can connect. This is in the website. So then maybe you are having a proposal, maybe you are having your assets, then you can see whether you can market it with our investors. That is a virtual platform where BOI is there to facilitate you. Then we can make that connectivity and see whether how we can promote that as a bigger project. So then it's about, we have started 2-3 months ago. Now more than 100 inquiries are there. So then we are trying to connect them and see whether we can get new projects in the virtual platform. And initiative to attract reinvestment. This is actually another area we are looking for, because in a situation like this, so then we can't emphasize investors, so we can't invite new investors to come and invest. So it's very difficult because they see a lot of areas, a lot of the factors. So then what we can do is to encourage our existing investors who are here. It's about 1,600 BOI companies, even more than 285 companies within zones itself. So then we go to them and then try to convince them for new investment. For that, even recently, there is another cabinet decision taken. If they are spending more than USD 3 million, so they will be entitled to get capital enhance incentive, and also then electric 30,000, I think is USD electric car on duty free. So that's a new addition for these incentives, in addition to the capital enhancement allowance and also duty free facilities, so which are given as per the BOI Act. So then in addition to BOI, so then if you are connected, because wherever FDI comes, if it is within the country, so then that is where we can come up as a nation. So then this is a new project, Port City, where we have this all the facilities there. Now the regulation is available. If anyone is investing more than 100 million in a lot, so the tax holiday period will be more than 25 years. A lot of facilities are there. So then they have laid the foundation, and that means so then all the basic infrastructure there is there. Connectivity is almost now completed. So you can see, you can connect people who are interested in that area in main city to invest as in different sectors like international trade, shipping, logistic, BPOs, banking operations, tourism. A lot of projects are now in progress. So then I think 5-6 projects are in pipeline. So 3 projects have started the operations, the construction. And this is how this has been demarcated. And in its total area is 269 acres. So I'm not going to actually talk about that too much, because all the details are available in the web. So then you can see whether you can connect your friends for this Port City area. And then if we talk about this northern province, so then since our lady explained all this geographical and this information about this area, so I don't want to talk about that. But let me emphasize one factor. Here, this the contribution to GDP. So that is where we have to focus, Mr. Vijayaratnam, because if we take this contribution from Western province, so we have 39.1% 1% to GDP. If you take Northern, is just 4.7%. So this is where this the disparity. So then this is where we have to focus and see the opportunities, see the resources, and come up with our development plans together. Then we can reach at least up to 10-15% in few years. So then, like this northwestern and central province, so you can see at least if we can go up to 10%, so that would be, I think, much more better than what we are here today. And as UDA team mentioned, so then we have good network and electricity supply is so good and communication extremely good, because we know actually we have been in the university with Jaffna Peninsula students, so then they were highly skilled, dedicated people. So then we have the literacy and then this capacity of absorbing and coming with new technologies, new capabilities. And rail transport is not good, but we have the connectivity. And harbors, airport facilities, all these things were mentioned by UD also. What we were thinking is whether we can go for private-public partnership models, for that we can promote investment for these areas in the peninsula. And so these are the facilities, as I mentioned, corporate tax, yes, that is there. And then enhanced capital allowances. So then for the northern province is 200%, other areas 100%. And temporary concession investment below 3 million are entitled, again, northern province 200. In addition to that, VAT exemptions if the investment is more than 50 million USD. So that's also available. In addition to that, as I mentioned earlier, so then we have this duty-free facility for electric vehicle and also capital enhanced allowance even for expansion. For example, if this one of the hotels like this Jet Twin, if they are going for expansion of their hotel, even this hotel, if they are going for another expansion with 3 million USD, they will be entitled for these incentives. Okay, these are the companies in operation in this area. Is 33, quite good, but it's not enough. So this is the area that we have to focus as BUI, since UD has prepared their master plan. I think 3 months ago, I visited the UD office and we collected all this information from them. So then they have identified 600 acres in Mankulam area, 400 acres. I think it should be 600. One side 400, other side 200. So then it should be 600. And then Parantan, another 200 acres. That was our former chemical industrial area. So that's going to be converted as a BUI zone. And then KKS, our beautiful cement factory. So it's abundant. So we will see whether we can promote that as another BUI project. So then now the cabinet paper has been prepared and sent to all the line ministries. And now it's almost to be signed by the HE, because our ministry is the president. So then once that is signed, hopefully maybe within 1 or 2 months, we will be in a position to get the land. And after that, we will start our planning process and marketing process. It's going to be a good opportunity because a lot of foreigners, a lot of people who are living in abroad will be getting opportunities to come and invest in their projects, their lands, in their own property, because once the land is vested to BUI, so then there's no harm in developing or in investing in this particular land. Okay, what are the way forward? So then, as I previously mentioned, it's very difficult for us to get clearances from different agencies. If it is forest department, so they have different mandate. If it is Central Environment Authority, so they have different mandates. So then there's a time sequence for each and every organization, agency to give a project approval. For that, there's a committee appointed by His Excellency, 7 secretaries committee with the 7 line ministries. So then we are working. I'm also a committee member of that. And we are working to prepare all these SOPs, system of procedures for each and every project, each and every sector, and reduce the timeline for this approval process. That will be another plus point even to come up with this ease of doing business to another greater height. And then promote projects on private-public partnership basis, as UD also mentioned. So what we do is, so then we identify land and then provide basic facilities and then promote that as a PPP project. So then that's going to be the model for mega projects. And reviewing the land policy. So that's also another area that we are looking at, whether if any project is abundant. Sometimes the projects are abundant, so then people are losing, companies are losing, but they can't sell it even to a foreigner. Foreigners are not in a position to buy these type of projects, special cases. So then we will see how we can facilitate and ease the regulation. At least the foreigners can come and buy those properties with a new regulation. So that is one of the instructions given by HE. So then we are working on it, especially for some of the state agencies which are losing, and also some of the projects like hotels. So these things are abundant. So then they can't operate. But foreigners can't come and purchase it because there's a policy, because there should be 50-50. Who is going to bear this 50 loss of another party? So it's impossible. So then for that, we are working on it and see whether we can have a new policy. And existing resource maximization, because that is also very important, because in a situation like this country, we can't invest for much more capital because we are not in a position to provide new capital, new infrastructure for new areas. So then what we try to get some breathing capacity to get the maximum benefit from our existing places like Katunayaka, Biyagama, all our 15 zones where we have infrastructure. Then we try to promote services to go out and then focus on manufacturing where we have water, electricity and all these infrastructure in place. Then we can provide other services outside. It may be logistics. So then dry operation we can locate in other area and then get the services, the maximum for production. So that is one area we are focusing. A lot of zones are being augmented now. Capacities are augmented. And promotion of mega projects. So one of the refinery projects, now almost RFP calling is over. So there was two parties. So one is going to be win the race. So then after that, so then they will be allocated 460 acres in Hambantota area. It's about 1,500 acre entire industrial area just close to the port, having this connectivity with the shipping route line, shipping route. So then it's going to be $2 billion USD investment from this company. And then there is another vehicle recycling project coming up. So then it's again, it's going to be 150 acres at the first phase. So then that will be expanded to 600 acres. So then maybe we can see how this connectivity can be done, even to have a expansion of these projects in Northern Province also, because after getting this type of magnet type investor, so then they will expand their operations to other part of the country. So that's the experience we have seen in different countries in the world. So this vehicle recycling project is going to be 1.2 billion USD. And then Trincomalee master plan. So then once the Trincomalee master plan is set up, so then that has been done by UDA with the consultancy of Singapore. And then where we are going to have our 600 acre zone there, BOI. And then once that is established, so then that spillover effect will be here even to the Northern Province. So then future is, of course, so then I think would be much more better if these projects will be implemented. And proposal based on the geography and this the status quo of the area. As UD also mentioned, there are 22 islands in this area. Can't we have some sort of project proposal for this by a team here, led by maybe chamber, led by maybe governor? We met governor, the SNS governor so very recently, where I emphasize him. So why don't you come up with proposals? Get together as a team in the Northern Province, give us proposals, so then where we can market together and get projects to here. Then even these fisheries, livestock, and this real estate and renewable energy, IT and education, all these sectors actually are available here in this region, but still we have not harnessed it. We have not excelled. So then I think this is a good opportunity for us to get together and think in a different way and come up with your proposals. BOI is there. We will be strengthened more and more. We will be in a position to give you facilities under umbrella. So then we can work together, and we will see whether we can get this this contribution of Jaffna Peninsula and the Northern Province to GDP at least up to 8%, 10% in near future. Over to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lawrence. And I'm sure that it's a very useful two presentations we made just before the tea. We will have about 15 minutes tea break. Dear Zoom participants, we will have a small break, and then we will start the next session with our ICC International Construction Consortium presentations. I would like to invite the physical participants to join the tea break, and we will start the next session in another 15 minutes time. Thank you very much.
Every business aims to be leaders in their industry. Guidance by another leader makes the journey smoother. Setting trends is easy with the right infrastructure. And being in tune helps lead your business forward. Using cutting-edge technology keeps you ahead, and why not lead a pack? And lead the way with a way that's all connected. Transform your business with Dialog Enterprise. As the leading ICT provider for enterprises in Sri Lanka, we have the technology, expertise and island-wide presence that has made us leaders, and we can help you lead your industry to the future today. Dialog Enterprise.
For over 4 decades, we have been designing and building reliable construction solutions that a whole nation has grown to depend on. International Construction Consortium Private Limited has been innovating engineering solutions that have shaped the local construction industry for the better, to become more sustainable, efficient, and accessible. In Sri Lanka, where we're based, our name ICC stands for Solutions That Builders Can Trust. With our latest innovation, prefabricated, pre-finished volumetric construction, PPVC technology, now we're set out to change the local construction industry forever by providing faster and finer construction for your building needs.
Using PPVC will drastically reduce the construction time, since the majority of the structure is produced at the factory. The module production process can be done simultaneously at the factory with the construction of foundation on site to get the maximum time benefit. Our team ensures that the modules are produced under controlled environment conditions to make sure that the final product will comply with the best quality standards. This entire process will improve the productivity of construction by 40% in terms of manpower and time saving, depending on the complexity of the project.
Our modular building solutions are ideal for high-demand projects where scaling your labor and resources in an efficient manner means everything. From apartments, executive accommodations, hospitals, and commercial buildings, whether major-scale or intimate passion project, this modular solution by ICC wins you time.
ICC has been the innovative solution provider to the Sri Lankan construction industry, and we are very proud to be the only contractor to introduce this volumetric construction for the first time in South Asian region. This technology enables us to provide faster construction with higher quality and lesser wastage. Our intention is to introduce this technology to local as well as international markets, from which our clients will be benefited in many ways.
In this industry, where time means money, and efficiency is the name of the game, ICC Modular Building Solutions gives you the confidence to move things forward, knowing that you can build mountains with only morsels of time.
I think ICC has made a bold and timely decision to introduce PPVC technology to local construction industry. I have been involved with this project from its inception, especially with respect to selection of construction materials, evaluation of the structural performance and the construction process. Extensive tests were carried out to evaluate the performance of the material and the entire construction process, including casting, finishing, transporting, placing and connecting the modules on site. I must congratulate ICC for the successful completion of the first ever modular building in Sri Lanka in par with international standards, and I am confident that introduction of PPVC technology will revolutionize the construction industry in Sri Lanka.
This solution is not just for Sri Lanka or even South Asia. For construction companies all over the world, working with ICC modular construction options gives access to durable, lightweight and easy-to-handle solutions for their next project. Thinking modular is thinking efficient, it means thinking scale, and approaching construction with the sensitivities of time and labor of the business in mind. That's why we think it's the future of construction, and we can make it happen, for you.
In the past, installing timber floors involved sourcing wood, finding labor to treat the wood, and subsequently labor to install it. This was both a costly and time-consuming process. Today, that process has been revolutionized, resulting in a floor that is the highlight of your home and highly recommended by the experts. The journey of these floors starts with us at the timber flooring facility in Bandaragama. Standing on 2 hectares of land, our factory, which consists of 3 buildings, a drying facility and a treatment plant, is changing the game by taking production of timber flooring systems in Sri Lanka to the next level. The result is high-quality, standardized timber floors that are ideal for both local and international markets. Conforming to European standards, we create these fine floors with our state-of-the-art machines. Manufacturing begins with the primary process of sawing. The selected logs are sent through 4 specialized machines, which saw, edge, rip, and cross-cut the timber to the necessary size specifications. Next, within our treatment facility, chemical pressure impregnation treats the timber, ensuring it is resilient to termites. Once the timber is treated, it is dried in an ultra-modern dehumidifying kiln that reduces the moisture of the wood between 8 and 12%. The seasoned timber then moves onto our processing unit, where secondary sawing takes place. It is at this stage that planing, tongue and grooving, cross-cutting, tenoning and heavy-duty sanding occurs. At the finishing stage, the processed timber is sanded, cleaned, stain brushed, sealed and UV cured. The result is a floor plank with a finish of either gloss or matte, depending on your requirements, which is ready for immediate home installation. Our product range consists of flooring that is made from locally sourced teak, paramara and kubuk, as well as oak, pine and cypress, which are imported from Europe. The quality of our product is of utmost importance to us, and we adhere to stringent quality controls at various stages of the manufacturing process. Being mindful that our industry is dependent on the environment, we source our wood from the State Timber Corporation. We also take measures to replenish and safeguard our forests by setting aside land for the continuous growth of new trees, our raw materials in the future. In addition, we recycle our manufacturing waste materials and take measures to ensure pollution from our facility is at a minimum at all times. Our finished product is manufactured to make installation hassle-free. We utilize the revolutionary Elastilon laying system, where the wood is pressed on an elastic adhesive, which makes installation simple. Our timber floors are available in a range of colors and are convenient to install, providing a ready-to-fix product from one company that architects can recommend with confidence and homeowners can appreciate for many years. We are moving Sri Lanka's timber flooring industry to the next level with our timber flooring facility.
Thank you. This event made a very good success by the whole event was sponsored by the International Construction Consortium, as well as Dialogue is giving the power of internet networking solutions as the Dialogue enterprises. So I must thank ICC and Dialogue for providing their maximum support to make this event a success. So I would like to now call upon Mr. Rohan Rodrigo, who is the General Manager Pre-Construct from International Construction Consortium Private Limited. Mr. Rohan will give us a presentation on technology applies in Sri Lankan construction industry. Over to you, Mr. Roshan Rodrigo.
Good afternoon, Mr. Lawrence, Executive Director, BOI, Mr. Priyashanta, and the team from UDA, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I am from ICC. We are going to do some presentation about the latest technology we have introduced for the Sri Lankan construction industry. Actually, we are proud to say that I think majority of innovations were introduced by ICC during last 3-4 decades. Ladies and gentlemen, our story begins in 1980 with more than 40 years experience under our belt. We have navigated trends and adapted to new technologies as a leader in construction. We are committed to working with highest technology, environmental and occupational and health and safety standards, and our certification of ISO demonstrate our commitment to excel in these areas. We have established our divisions in building construction, road and bridges, water supply and sanitation, architectural, structural and MEP designs. We have diversified our business in various segments in precast concrete solutions, ready-mix concrete, wall paneling solutions, and property management, and reflecting our ability to industry trends and evolving needs of our clients. We offer modern technology and ensure the timely completion with highest quality while complying with the international contracts. Today, we are focusing on following engineering solution, starting from ICC precast, Ecotech wall paneling system, ICC modular building solution, Dura and ICC timber solutions. ICC always exploring the latest technological trends in many ways. We do regular technology scouting. We make continuous investment in research and development. And we are participating for several high-tech conferences and events in local and international. Today, we are starting with ICC precast solution. First and one of the most important aims of our engineering solution cluster, ICC precast. Because of these new innovations, we were very competitive in the industry with respect to the other contractors. ICC offers a comprehensive range of precast solution that meet global quality standards, and also we were able to manufacture customized products to meet unique requirements of the clients. Let us move into precast vanguard of ICC. In 1996, we have started the manufacturing of precast element, which are precast beams and columns. Those are still popular in the market. In year 2000, we have introduced another new technology to the industry, 2D planar elements, which are precast wall paneling system, both load bearing and non-load bearing. In year 2015, we have introduced another new innovation to the industry. Also, one of the most popular 2D precast elements, the Ecotech wall paneling system, which is preferred by most developers for their projects, especially in Colombo. Almost all the high-rise building contractors were used our 2D precast elements, Ecotech walls paneling system. This is the one of the oldest precast building which was constructed in year 2000. This is called Froston Park Apartments. This is the tallest precast building in Malabar, Orchid Towers, having 12 stories floors. This is Mount Clifford Range Apartments, having 688 apartment units, and we were able to complete this project only within 600 days. Also, this one used by 2D precast wall paneling system. As I explained to you in previous slides, you can see evolution of ICC precast construction. So in year 2021, we were able to introduce 3D modular building system for the Sri Lankan construction industry. During COVID-19 pandemic in year 1919, we had to re-evaluate our approach to various construction challenges as shown in the industry screen. As a result, we were determined that investing on cutting-edge technologies was the best solution to address these issues effectively. After analyzing the current technology landscape, we have decided to invest on modular construction technology as shown in the screen. There are several types of modular construction techniques in the world, but we have selected PPVC technology is the most suitable modular construction methodology for Sri Lankan context. You may wonder what is PPVC. PPVC stands for prefabricated, pre-finished volumetric construction. Let us see the advantages and benefits of PPVC construction technology. You may be able to save more than 40% of the time, and you can see much more benefits on the screen. Let us compare the time requirement for on-site construction versus PPVC construction. You can see on the screen, this particular project was able to complete 9 months before with respect to the on-site construction. You can see some completed projects in Singapore. This is the world's tallest PPVC building, having 56 stories by using modular construction. This is Clementi Canopy in Singapore, also 40-story building. This is Sterling Residences in Singapore and Park Colonial also in Singapore. You can see some ongoing projects in Singapore. Apart from Singapore, this PPVC technology used in China, Australia, and South Korea. They were using this technology for their mega development projects. During COVID-19, so we had to work harder to acquire this technology due to travel bans and curfew preventing us from meeting professionals in other countries. But ICC in-house team collaborated with professionals from Singapore, UK, and Australia online and referred to international publication to transfer this technology to Sri Lanka successfully. You can see the carcass properties of modules. Maximum length and width is 6.55 and 3.2 meters. Maximum clear height is 2.795 and the weight is around 25 metric tons. The PPVC modules are using software such as Revit in order to pre-plan all MEP services and fixtures. Also, the structure also modeled by means of several models and optimize the reinforcement requirements. The initial modular design by ICC was approved for 14-story building by Dr. Chintaka Mallikarachchi and reviewed and endorsed by Professor SMA Nanakkara of University of Moratuwa. Let us see the production sequence of PVC modules. On the right side, you can see rebar fixing is going on. Once you complete the rebar fixing, you may able to do the concreting of 4 sides and the ceiling slab. Once you complete that, you may able to de-shutter after 24 hours and should be transferred for floor concreting. Once you complete the floor, it should be transferred to finishing yard. From there, you can do the finishing work, civil and both mechanical. before transporting to the yard. Once you transport to the yard, so this can be erected on completed foundations. So now you can see the first modular building in South Asia. This has been constructed in Ratmalana luxury apartment project, having 660 square foot apartments, 2 bedroom. We were able to complete that project within only 3 months, 3-story building within 3 months. You can see some completed finishes on this particular apartment. This is the second modular building in South Asia. This is undergoing project. So this is called Sama Vilas in Akurugoda, having 14 apartment units, and we are planning to complete this project within 12 months. The project value is almost 630 million. You can see some sample completed finishes in the mock-up room. Our next exploration is ICC timber solution. This ICC free finish timber flooring. This flooring system can be installed by anybody. This is not required skilled labor. By adopting 4 steps on the screen. Time-wise, this is 5 times faster than the traditional and conventional timber flooring system. It does not require any patterns, painting, or sandering. This is the next exploration. It's called ICC Dura panel system. I think most of may know about this one. It is a multi-purpose panel which can be used as a Dura fire and acoustic paneling system. You can see some features in the screen. This can be used for modular building system as well. And Dura other building system. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, industry is very volatile and uncertain. Yet still, ICC, we remain committed to provide innovative solution with competitive pricing. We offer products with high quality, and we are financially sound company. Therefore, as introduced by UDE and BOI, you may able to join hands with us for your next development, and you may able to use our products, and you may able to get more benefits, and you can get more profits by using our products. Thank you very much for hearing our presentation, and for further information, you can go for our website, and if you have any clarification, you can visit to our stall in the exhibition. So it will be happening on coming 2 days as well on this particular occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Roshan Rodrigo, the General Manager, Pre-Contracts, International Construction Consortium Private Limited, who made a very valuable presentation. but I am sorry that the participants who are seated here could not see half of the presentation due to some technical error. As I told you, this whole presentation and the entire recording will be uploaded to our CCI Chamber of Construction Industry website, and I will send you the URL for you all to download and go through the presentations over and over again. And I should emphasize that ICC have come to this construction exhibition in Jaffna. At the moment that they are having stalls at the exhibition. Any further inquiry, please visit their website, stalls at the exhibition even tomorrow or day after, and get more information about the products and the solutions what they have given with the latest technology. By getting another information about the latest technology in the construction industry, the Jaffna University is here to give a very nice presentation. I would like to invite Dr. Somaratna and Engineer Balaraj Kiriparan to make their presentation on innovative construction technologies. So over to you, Dr. Somaratna and Engineer Balachandran Kiriparan.
Is it possible to put the slide there so that without an interruption we can continue? Yeah, you please copy that.
Okay, good evening, everyone. The members from CCI and UDA, BOI, and other senior members here. Good evening, everyone. And we are from University of Jaffna, Faculty of Engineering. Today we will be discussing, myself and Dr. Sandima will be discussing about a few insights on current development in the construction industry. And initially I will be discussing about how we can make your design more efficient by applying theories, research in practice in a more holistic manner. As we all know, development consists of the collaborative effort of different professionals like engineers, architects, and MEP engineers. As you can see in this picture, to make a success project, we need to organize different elements of a project in a very efficient and optimum way. To explain this in a very simplified manner, I have put two different column beam arrangement on this picture for a building. You can see here the option that is shown in the left side is like this building where we are sitting. We have columns in every 10 feet or 12 feet, which we normally practice in majority of the Sri Lankan construction industry. And the developers generally have a feeling that If we do so, we can have a very minimum slab thickness like 4 or 5 inches so that we have a cost-effective solution. But the one that you are seeing in the right is only having around 25% of the columns and beam, but the slab thickness may be a little higher. But still, this will be cost-effective if we design properly, as well as if you have a qualified contractor to build it. To show this in a most application side of this, I have shown two, for a particular development, I have shown two different options. The left side one is with closely spaced columns and minimum slab thickness, but the right side one is having the minimum number of columns and the beams, but little larger slab thickness. If we compare the cost of these two options, it's only around 50 rupees per square foot is higher for the second option. But still, if we compare the constructability, functionality, and aesthetic appearance and the flexibility, if you want to modify later, if it is an apartment, if you want to change the layout, it's very flexible. But most of the time, what happens is when the investors doing their project, they don't compare the alternative options. They simply go with which is they feel as simple and convenient. This study we explained to, this is called a decision matrix. We explained to a developer and convince the developer this is the most optimum one, and they adopted this one. And you can see the building become very nice. There's no beams crossing the living areas and other areas, but still this is a cost-effective solution. And then this is another option that the real world comparison. Normally, this is the option that you are seeing in the right side is commonly adopted in apartment construction in Sri Lanka. This is in a 10-story apartment building, conventionally adopted by a developer, where you have many beams and columns located. But we have considered two other options with even without a beam in the middle. You can see without no beam, we can reduce the reinforcement consumption to half if we design it properly and constructed by a qualified contractor. Then what I am trying to say is, if you are a developer, before you start build, you compare different possible alternatives with a cost. Otherwise, we will have a misconception that if you have a minimum slab thickness, that is giving the minimum cost. That is not so. And I was talking about the concrete construction, and not only the concrete. Now, with the development of the different technologies, we can use composites. This is a steel concrete composite solution that is already adopted in Sri Lanka. You can see a 15-story building that is constructed, the design and constructed fully with reinforced concrete composite, which can increase the construction speed as well as the long spans we can go for. And then timber is one of the sustainable material that we can adopt. This is a 5-star hotel in Eastern Province where the timber is adapted. To design this project, we have mostly used the ancient design concepts like Mbake church, how the connection mechanisms are used. Like that, we can study from, the research is basically studying from the existing and developing it and applying to the real projects. And then precast, already the presenter from ICC discussed. The precast is one of the current technology which is saving a lot of time, and also the quality can be improved. It is not new for the Northern Province. Already the contractors are adapting, but however, still the awareness among the developers is fairly less. You can see a boundary wall. Normally, when we are constructing around 2,000, 3,000 foot long boundary walls, if they can go for a precast solution, it may save a lot of time as well as the quality. Not only in the boundary wall, you can go for other factors as well. This is a project in Singapore, around 20-story building, which we help solve the modular PPVC solution, as the presenter from ICC explained. You can see here, the 20-story building is coming into different modules, which are already fabricated in the factory and finished. Even the fitting of the bathroom fitting and everything is fit and transported to the site and placed. But when we come to that, we have several technical challenges like how the modules are joined and how this is going to perform under the lateral loadings. But we can solve that through the analysis that we carry out with recent development. We can improve the construction speed as well as quality. As the presenter from ICC already explained, Sri Lanka is not far away from this. The future will be this kind of PPVC solutions. And then when we come to the building information modeling, unlike early days, now most of the projects can be visualized in a computer through like a digital object. This is a complex structure built in Colombo Port City, pavilion structure. You can see the complicated connections there. All were modeled in a computer and visualized because the accuracy of the fabrication should be to the millimeter level. Then when we come to the site, it will be very easy, and also we can do all the coordination part between different disciplines so that we can solve the problem in the early stages of the project. And then this is another complex development in the southern region where you can see the building is very complex, because when you come to the 5-star, 3-star hotels, like modern developments will be more complex, especially the geometry is played by the architect to give the most aesthetic view, so that the structural solution is much complicated. Then, but with the technology, we can solve it. Now, these are some kind of current developments, but however, I will also show you some of the common problems that we face if we pay less attention during the design stage. This is one project I just want to show among the investors to give some awareness. Normally, for when you come to the low-rise buildings, there is no much regulations for the approval. Currently, still they are on the developing stage. Normally, the rafting people are developing the drawing and getting the approvals. This is a 3-story building designed by a client in the northern province, and they have already built single story. And then you can see that there were certain cracks. After that, they were discussing what to do. And then we exposed the foundation and saw that in the small building, as it is a small building, in the drawings, what they have given is the foundation thickness is only 150 millimeter. The floor thickness also 5 inches. The foundation also 5 inches. Most of the time, when you come to the low-rise buildings, the developers are more concerned about the slab, whether we put more reinforcement to the slab and whether we have adequate thickness, but they don't much worry about columns and foundation. But after we explore this, and when you want to do strengthening to avoid this, the problem is the cost is much higher than if we hire a professional during the design stage. Therefore, it is important, even if it is single story or 2-story building, better to have a professional engaged during the design stage, so that you will have a big cost saving compared to the later improvements. And I can show many examples, but this is another example. You can see one development where the developer has designed a garage with a limited clear height so that his existing car can be taken in. But later, when he is trying to upgrade the car, he can't take the vehicle in because the limited clear height of the beam that we are having there. Then what we don't need to demolish it, but we can do improvement to remove that beam and some alternative solution. But the problem is, again, the cost. When you come to do this in the later stage, it is cost. That's why I'm telling, if you can clearly study during the initial stage of the design and clear the problem, it will be saving a lot of the cost. And then the next issue is the durability. Or most of the time, developers are concerned about how long our building will last. That is basically coming on the durability. Since we are very closer to the sea line, the shore line, The problem is when you use concrete, the quality has to be properly controlled. And if you don't do that, like if you are doing a concreting, if you don't control the amount of water we put, the later stage, as you can see in the picture, there will be problem of corrosion as well as falling and many other issues we will have to face. But after facing this kind of issues, rectification is much costlier than if we do this properly at the beginning. And also, currently, most of the time clients are trying to upgrade their buildings, and if we are doing so, we don't need to demolish it. You can see a picture in the left-hand side is a 2-story building. It's converted to 6-story building with retaining the existing structure, not demolished. By doing this, we were able to save around 25% of the construction cost. Like that, in the sustainable development, we have to think a bit differently compared to the conventional design. Then, if we compare the recent developments in the construction, every year there's an update. If you compare a building towards the left side, which were designed around 10-15 years ago, compared to that recent building design on the other side, maybe the concrete strength used is 2 times. Maybe the 50 MPa strength is used there, here 100 MPa strength. The technology explain all the partition walls are Akota panels, which saves a lot of weight. Then when that kind of development happens, as engineers, the challenge is the buildings becoming very flexible. Then it's trying to move for the wind and all. Then the knowledge-wise and the research-wise also we have to be upgraded to solve those problems here. Here also I would like to highlight the importance of research as we academics to solve this kind of problem. This is a real project in Colombo. I worked with the design team around more than 6 months on various experiments and developing a solution for this project where you can see bridges connecting at the top of the 50-story building. The buildings are moving around 2 foot distance under the wind load. Therefore, the connection mechanism is to be very flexible. And we developed the full solution with the local design team, Sri Lankan design team. And the construction was done by Sangan Langa and developers also they themselves. The whole development is designed and built by Sri Lankan knowledge. And then when we come to the soil parameters, when we are designing a development, we have full control over the superstructure. But when you come to the substructure, there are a lot of uncertainties. In some area, we have very weak soil like peat soil. And some area, we have soils like expansive soil. Even in the northern province, in some areas, we have expansive soils. Some area, we have peat soil. But developers are very reluctant to do soil investigations. But we should be able to educate them the importance of that, because otherwise, in the later stage, we will have a lot of problem. Considering this, from the University of Jaffna, in one of the undergraduate research, what we are doing is, in Northern Province, there are many soil investigations carried out by various government projects and private clients. And we collected many data with the support of other developers. And we are trying to develop, as I showed there, now we have collected borehole locations almost all around Northern Province. With the help of those details, we are trying to develop a GIS map where we can, before we do the soil test during the preliminary design, we can get some idea about where the problematic soils are. And these are some of the research work that we carry out at the university. With that note, I will invite Dr. Chandima to continue with the presentation. Basically, in my presentation, what I would like to tell is our construction industry has many challenges, but with the knowledge of the current construction industry as well as the university. Even though the Jaffna University is a very young university, we are very encouraged to work with the contractors, developers in a collaborative manner to help them out on with respect to the knowledge transfer. Thank you.
Thank you, Kiripuran. So you had a wonderful, wordful 10 minutes about how you can make your designs efficiency. So now I'm going to take you into different sides. So we are talking about tall buildings, large buildings. Everything is large and tall. So, but after a few years, what will happen to these buildings and these infrastructures? So those will end up as waste. So what we are going to do to this waste? So when we talk about sustainable future, so we need to think about how to reuse, how to discard this waste, as well as to how to secure the available resources for the future as well. So I will take you into a small tour about the undergraduate projects that what we have done in the university level. So basically students. So these are students' works. But I will just present this on behalf of the students as well as on behalf of the others supporting staffs and as well as the university. So transforming industrial waste into innovative solutions. So this presentation include only few studies due to the limited time. So as you're already aware about the United Nations Development Program, so they have listed several the goals in order to have sustainable future. So goal number 12 is the sustainable consumption and productions. For that one, so we need to take some steps in order to reduce the available use of resources, as well as to reduce the waste, as well as reuse the waste in an innovative way. So under that, the waste reduction and recycling is one of the major steps that we can have in order to go for sustainable future. So when you talk about waste reduction and recycling, so we can have it in different levels. So reducing the amount that we used, as well as reducing the energy that we are going to spend. So not only not only household level, so we can reduce the energy that we use for different advanced techniques as well. So during the construction stage as well. So I'm going to go one by one about few studies. The first study is about feasible technique for reusing construction and demolition waste, basically concrete waste, in order to make recycle concrete aggregates. So having recycled concrete aggregates, the problem is the interfacial transition zone. So that is weak. It means the phase in between the origin aggregate and the mortar, in between those two layers is weak. We have different techniques, advanced techniques, thermal treatments, mechanical treatments, the chemical treatments in order to remove this the adherent mortar part. But using these advanced techniques will create additional crack propagation in between these the transition zone as well as in origin aggregates. So because of that, so still we are finding, and also the cost is very high. So still we are finding several techniques that we can use in the simple way under the normal conditions. So one technique that the students have done is they have used a concrete mixture in order to remove the adherent mortar. So they have rotated the concrete mixture with the speed of 10 RPM with continuous water for some time. So then what they have done is they have removed the adherent mortar. And the second figure shows where what is the ended up the recycle aggregates, what they have got at the end of this method. So then these are some findings about the concrete that they have developed, and they have compared the concrete properties with the normal concrete with normal aggregates. So this shows only selected properties, strength and water absorption, the slump densities, only selected properties. So as you can see in the strength variation, so we have about a 40% chance to replace the normal aggregates using these recycled aggregates, which can be developed using normal construction, the techniques and normal the facilities which are available, our normal industry. So the second one is another technique that we can produce the fine aggregate using the waste cement blocks. So in this study, what they have done is they have used a steel drum with small notch. So as you can see in the cross sections, so what they have done is they have put the cement blocks, broken cement blocks into this steel drum, and they have rotated in different ways. The number of cycles, they have changed the number of cycles. They have added different sizes of steel balls in order to increase the speed. And based on that, as you can see in the particle size distributions, we can have different the variation of the particle size distribution based on the requirements. So then these are some findings about the mortar properties that they have developed and the comparison between the normal the mortar. So here also you can see the main one is the strength. So up to 40%. So we can replace the normal aggregate using these recycled aggregates. So it means we can save the resources which are available, because we have limited resources in at the moment. So we need to think about the saving the available resources as well. So in addition to that, several other properties, the compressive strength, the dry and wet strength, so density, so the flexural strength, so the water absorption and porosity. So in some extent, like 20%, you can see the enhancement of the properties as well. So most of the mechanical properties has enhanced with these recycled the materials. So another one is calicut tile aggregate, calicut tile. So one type of waste that we have, which is accumulated at the moment, because the peoples are reluctant to use calicut tile aggregates now, and also they are replacing calicut tiles, so roofing material, with different advanced materials, asbestos, as well as several the roofing materials, by considering the weight of the roof as well as the leaking and other problems. So what we are going to do to these the waste, and what we can do is we can make these as aggregates, not to replace the normal aggregates. So the first one shows the density. So how the density is going to vary with the percentage. So simply we can see that the density is going to be reduced because the calicut tile aggregates have low density compared to the normal aggregates. In addition to that, the workability, so workability also reducing, but what we can do is we can use different admixtures to increase the workability. So the corner figure shows the crack surface of concretes. So as you can see, the normal concrete also cracks. So normal the aggregates also crack, and in addition to that, calicut tile also shows cracks. But when you compare the fraction between the normal aggregates and calicut tile aggregates, calicut tile aggregate shows higher fraction, because the properties wise, the mechanical properties of calicut tile aggregate is a bit low compared to normal aggregates. But anyhow, we can use these calicut tile aggregates up to some level. So up to nearly up to 40%. So without a significant change of the properties. So the compressive strength, the split in tensile strength, the flexural strength, modulus of elasticity, so the flexural modules. So these are some selective the variations for the properties. Another thing, okay, so as you can see, as you observe in this one, so the mechanical properties is reduced. But in the next level, so what Studna has done is they have they have tried to improve the properties of calcareous tile aggregates. So by using small treatments. So for that, they have selected 4 types of mechanical treatments: the cement coating and cement sand coating. So the second figure shows the treated calcareous tile aggregates. So appearance-wise, it's almost like normal aggregates. So they have done the testing for the aggregates. They have observed the positive improvements in the aggregate properties. In addition to that, now they are in the stage of investigating properties of aggregate concrete properties with these treated calcareous tile aggregates. So another research that the students have conducted, because we can use this the concrete for normal industrial flooring, as well as the concrete pavements, so the side wall of the roads and other places. So these the places, the industrial flooring and road pavements are subject to dynamic loads. Then we need to know about the dynamic behavior of this concrete as well. So therefore, students, the one group of the students, now they are investigating the dynamic properties of the concretes, how we can, whether up to which limit we can use this the calcareous tile aggregate concrete for the industrial applications. So these are some figures. So the research is going on now. So another one is the cement mortar with waste metal fiber source from electrical distribution cables. Because in electrical distribution, the industry, so when the length of the cable is not up to the limit that they want, that we can use, so they are discarding. So what they have done is they have collected those the discard cables, and they have taken the metal part as a fiber, and they have used as a fiber in cement mortar. So as you can see in the stress strain responses, so this continuous line shows the normal the mortar. So, but as you can see in this dashed line, so there's a significant improvement in the mechanical properties, and not only the mechanical, the strength, so the strain flexural capacity, strain capacity, the energy absorption capacity, we can enhance all these properties. So by improving these properties, what we can do is in construction, so since these are capable of sustaining high loads, the stresses, we can reduce the section size, and we can reduce the amount that the material requirement, as well as the weight of the structure as well. So these are some other comparison of the main the properties, the compressive strength and the different ages. So and also the modulus of elasticity. So as you can see here, that the reference line, the reference mortar will show the like using dash line. So most of the majority of these mortar shows enhancement in their properties. So another one, the cement mortar system with textile weights. So the textile industry is the major industry which is in Sri Lanka. So they are discarding the pieces which are the cut from this during the fabrication, during the preparing these garments. So normally they are burning those at the end of their when during the discarding. So what we have done is we have developed, we have synthesized fibers from this waste, and we have used this as the fiber addition for mortar as well. So here also we observe some positive the outcomes with this addition of textile waste fiber. So and also the properties may be different from based on the type of the textile that we are using. So here, so mainly we use cotton-rich textile as well as polyester-rich textile. So in addition to that, the industry are using different type of textile. So recently I got to know that Moratuwa University, they have fabricated now the cement block with addition of this textile waste, and even they have got the patent as well. So there's always a way to use this the waste in innovative way. So in addition to that, communication industries facing a problem. So discarding this, the communication cable waste, how to manage these communication cable waste, because these communication cables are compound with a different type of material as well. So the first figure shows the communicable waste, and the other figure shows the segregated waste from this communication cable waste. So students have used this the segregated waste in fiber form in order to increase the properties of concrete. So as you can see in this figure, so the discontinuous line shows the normal concrete, but the special concrete shows so much more improvement in the mechanical the properties, the strength, compressive strength, flexural strength, and also the energy absorption capacity, flexural, the performance out of plane behavior, so toughness, those things. So these are summaries of the comparison of the compressive strength, so energy. So as you can see, the energy is much more higher in the developed the concrete compared to the normal concrete, as well as the strain. So it means these are capable to go for higher the deflection compared to normal concrete. So, and also the total energy. So in addition to that, another area that students have investigated the waste-based natural fiber composites from natural fiber and low density polythene. So they have used different type of fiber: banana fiber, the rice husk, palmyra, sawdust. So these are some selected fiber that they have used. So these waste natural fiber and the way low density polyethylene waste, so which are taken from the industry that used to cover and used to wrap the equipment and other things. So they have used simple techniques, shader machine as well as hot press and low press, to prepare this 100% waste based the composite material. So these are some the selected the properties. So as you can see, the stress strain diagrams are there. So we can have different the proportions, and we can have different the products based on the requirements that what we want, whether it's a flexible one or whether it's a rigid one, whether it should have a good strength or low strength with higher energy absorption, higher flexibility. So these are some the properties: Young's modules, maximum stress, and several others. So these are the some products that so they have manufactured. So in addition to that, there's another research is going on for roofing tile as well. So we can use chemical treatments to enhance the properties as well. So like alkali treatments. In addition to that, so if we are using these as roofing tiles, so we need to think about the fire resistance as well. So we can enhance this fire resistivity by adding some other chemicals as well. So research already going on, as well as some part of research are already completed. So the last figure shows toilet blocks, which is covered with these manufactured the roofing tiles, which are 100% waste. So in addition to that, some of you may already aware about this center. There's another center which is sorry, I forgot the place. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. Neeraville use somewhere. So they have centers so that so normal community has empowered with these techniques how to produce these the products. So those figures shows with the community people that they are producing this the products, and they have market these in not in local markets, that they have targeted foreigners, and some of these products are available in some hotels in Colombo areas like Kingsbury and several others. So in addition to that, they have used a different type of waste in order to produce these waste-based composites as well. So these are some the outcomes of the student projects that they have came up with in order to use different the waste material in different construction materials in different construction applications. So thank you. So hope you have a wonderful few minutes.
Thank you very much, Dr. Yeah. Thank you very much, Dr. Somaratne and Engineer Kiriparan. Jaffna University have brought us to a different dimension of thinking, that where the construction innovative technology, where we may not think properly, or maybe that sustainability of the construction, how far that we have gone in. So with this forum, I'm sure that it's a very good eye opener, because the BOI, UDA, the university and ICC, it was a very good combination, I suppose, where technology and the investment opportunities are gathered together. So I'm sure that we are very successful, and we would like to bring a very few minutes panel discussion. So I would like to invite Dr. Balachandran Keithasan as the moderator for the panel discussion. And I would like to invite Mr. Lawrence, Mr. Piyashanta, and Mr. Disanayaka, Mr. Anuraprasanna, and Dr. Somaratne, Engineer Kiriparan, and Mr. Roshan Rodrigo for this discussion, panel discussion. You can ask the questions, even the audience can ask the questions. Those who are in the Zoom, of course, you can make your questions.
So, good evening, all. It's giving me pleasure to actually moderate this session. Actually, we have enough time. I'm at 20 minutes. So
yes,
okay, 20 minutes.
About 15
to 20 minutes. Okay. So actually, yeah, I know we were almost 2-3 hours gone. So probably I think we can first open discussion, and then we can open any questions from the audience first. Then. Yeah, we'll see then what we can do in terms of the panel discussion. Okay, so can we have some questions from the audience, please, first? Okay, if you're not going to ask any questions, then I'm supposed to ask questions. So maybe a minute. So is there any questions from the specific speakers? To summary, I think we had, I mean, as the, I think Ms. Kapil mentioned, we had a nice combination today. We had a UDA, BOI, and the ICC and the university together. I mean, I've never witnessed such a combination, having a mixture of stuff together. So, I mean, so probably any interesting questions to the UDA? Maybe they had a first presenter from the audience. Okay. Well, otherwise, I mean, maybe I think the one of the highlight from the video, I know you, I mean, you alerted us actually the contribution of only 4.2%. Okay, to the GDP. So that's really the kind of eye opener for a lot of us. I mean, we need to really think and move forward and all. Okay, so maybe maybe one question I can ask. I mean, just keeping very general. So as you said, in the last couple of years, or maybe the past 5 years, I mean, you have done some initiative to make the things easier. Okay, for example, the mention about this OSU model at the station, the UDA, and also something on the IFC, that sort of thing. So maybe can we get a little bit more on the UDA, for example, compared to what we had in the last 5 years ago, and now what sort of thing you think make an investor to think more towards investing here in Northern Province, and maybe kind of put 1, 2, 3, what thing you think, I mean, maybe as a take-home message you can deliver to the audience here. Maybe, yes.
Yes. Yes, thank you. I think, yes, as a UDA, UDA is established under the UDA Act number 41, 1978. Our main purview is the urban development. That's mean for that purpose, we are working UDA on the ministry. We have a target that's in urban development. For this purpose, as a UDA for especially for the Northern Province, we have a urban development structure for the Northern, and that structure also coming with the national planning policies. Then we have identified what are the main cities in future, what are the secondary cities, and in that way, we have structured our urban development, how we proceed in future. In that process, we have identified what are the towns, and in parallel to that proposed developments, we have structures, what are the urban areas, the industrial areas, and what are the tourism development areas. These are the we have set up in future for the investments in Northern Province. We have, I think we discussed in detail in the presentations, how we can focus in future to attract the investors in the urban development projects and how to invest in this sector. I think.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, specifically so we all know there's a problem, of course, because there's no enough contribution GDP in terms of what we expected. So maybe what exactly the bottleneck, because that should be if you want to think forward after this meeting. So somebody is sitting over here. Maybe even I had experience people are coming and asking that they come just with the idea to invest something and something. So what do you think the bottleneck is, the existing bottleneck which prevent them to invest, and maybe do you have any plans to overcome maybe?
Yes, I think that's very good. Direction. Yes, we are in the government sector, and all the sectors are inviting for the investors to invest with the situation of the country. And so many things we are doing. But yes, there are so bottlenecks. That's mean I think earlier also we discussed, especially as to the discussions morning also. We have so many resources in the Northern, but the issue is there, how we can process them, that resources for the benefits of the public. That's the thing we are now going to discuss. For the last time period, the UDA especially deal with the BOI and all the institutions, especially for Jaffna University also we discuss how we can direct the investors. That means what are the resources available, we want to collect them, how we can proceed for the developments. Then I think we discussed the matter on land, matter on technology, the matter on investment. Investors are there, but the how we can tackle that's the issue. I think our the land, when we discussing on the land, the so many enactment is there when we proceed through the process. We are practicing to we are trying to practice new methodologies, but in our higher level also encouraging us to proceed. But you want to face these steps. That's why I am seeing that what are the things. Okay, Mr. Krisant.
Yeah, I think it's a very good question. What kind of problem we have faced in this moment, especially in the northern part? Yeah, you know that in the government intervention is to build in northern part after the war period. But main problem is the connectivity. We have to connect all the cities like our major cities like Colombo and how to connect with the Colombo and Jaffna, and also the government prepare the master plan to develop 4 mega cities. The one is the Colombo and Hambantota and Jaffna and the Trincomalee, based on the infrastructure availability. Like the Colombo, we have the port and the airport. Hambantota also port, airport. Jaffna also have port and airport. The Trincomalee also same, but we have to amalgamate those connectivity together and develop the northern part. That's the government intervention to develop Jaffna Peninsula, because Jaffna alone cannot develop. We have to integrate it with the other cities, other main cities. That's the government main effort to develop the Jaffna. But we have, you know that in the Jaffna area there are a lot of land availability and also the lot of potential for the something like tourism, industrial, and the other IT. Maybe there are a lot of educated people in here. Those resources we have to amalgamated with our development plan. That's the urban development authority perspective of the developing the northern part of the Sri Lanka.
Okay, thank you. Maybe the same view in view of this discussion, actually, we have most discussed about the opportunities, what we can do. That's what I'm saying. I mean, can we just imagine something we can expect to happen in the next 6 months or something? Maybe can I get similar views from the BOI?
Yes, hopefully we can see actually in next few months something will tangible happen here. As I mentioned in my presentation, so we have submitted the cabinet paper for KKS, Mankulam and Parantan. So then, and not only actually three locations, even that cabinet paper inclusive of Trincomalee, another 600 acres, and then Iranavilla, another 200 acres, as I remember. And then from Hambantota, another 500 acres. In northwestern province, another 400 acres altogether. It's about 2,500 industrial area will be added to the land bank of BY. So out of which 600 from Mankulam and then 200 and another 300, altogether more than 1,000 acres will be added as industrial area. And that paper will be finalized by HE very soon, because the line agency clearance are over. So once that is done, then the lands will be gazetted under the VOI Act. So once that will be gazetted, then we can invite foreign investors to come and invest here without any hassle, because As you know, to invest by a foreigner, the law is BOI law. So then 100% ownership will be given for the land. Then if anyone is interested, even diaspora or any other interested party interested, even connecting with another foreign party, so they can come and invest here because the land is vested and leased to that party 30 years. So that will be very easy and also in a very competitive price. So then that is our intention, is to get investment into this area. One side, as they mentioned, the connectivity and this connecting with other districts and other things. So then how we can encourage investors to come and secure their investments. If we don't have very strong policy of land, so then very difficult. So that's what we are going to do. That's the intention of the government. That is one side. In addition to that, so we have to have some isolated proposals. It may be scattered. It may be islands. It may be some areas like we can promote leisure, and that is where I think this geographical level project proposal should be prepared as a team, and then join to BOI, and then connect with UDA, maybe other line agencies. Then we can do something different.
Thank you. Maybe
I have to add something from the BOI side. I'm from UDA, so I think during the last 2 years we have faced difficulties due to pandemic and other economic crisis. So in UDA we get a lot of emphasis to attract the foreign investment FDI. For that we have recently get the approval from Cabinet of Minister to allocate land directly to the BOI projects, because normal procedure we have to follow the competitive bidding, but most of the foreign investor, they don't like to wait a long time to complete the process of this procurement. So our target is at least maximum within 3 to 4 months period to allocate lands for property to foreign investment. And also recently we discussed can we give a discount, because we have to follow government valuation to allocate land. So on that basis, we are given to propose to give some discount for the foreign investment, those who are invest foreign currency in local projects. So that is one strategy we are going to apply. And also, as in our presentation, Mr. Sandurwan explained, we are going to have now methodology like PPP model. So as a government entity, we can share the risk with the investor. So I think there are PPP project earlier we implemented, but in this time recently we in Colombo we invest some car park, multi-story car park project is PPP model with private investors. So in there we are sharing project risk between government and private sector agency. Likewise, we are going to propose some easy payment scheme to the investor, because most of the investor they want to invest a lot of money initially for the land, but in we propose in our easy payment scheme we proposed first you have to pay 10 or 25%, then later balance payment we can give a long-term period like 10 years, 20 years like that. So in order to attract the investment, so these type of kind of new innovative approach we get for attract the foreign investment. And also local investors also we are giving some facilities when we are allocating lands for long-term lease base. For example, BOI they can have allocate land for 30 years, but according to UDA mandate we can allocate land 50, 99 likewise. And even for the housing, we can allocate for outright basis also. So I think altogether BOI and UDA and with other private sector, we can do a lot of investment for the benefit of the country.
Thank you. Please interrupt us if you have any questions from the audience, because so yeah, there's one question from the audience side. Can you pass it?
Yeah, I'd like to comment on the GDP, the lowest position, 4.2%. Northern province. Northern province consists of 5 districts. So theoretically, district contribute less than 1%. And we have 5 universities, Ravanya and Jaffna and Village, and they are going to move into a section of the university and they are on Mannar. So we have to think about not the geographical movement, we have to think about horizontal movement, we have to think about vertical movement as well. So we have studying a lot of work on Chamber of Commerce and Japan Chamber of Commerce. We also have an idea of how we can improve our GDP in near future. I think the renewable energy sector, I feel it's 1,000 megawatts. Recently, I heard it's going to be 30,000 megawatts, 30,000 megawatts. Central management full support of this. Definitely, the GDP will come into the upper position. Maybe not going to be a third or fourth position. There is going to more than that. So we have very positive on that. The only thing is the center has to play a proper role. That is one part. Then another part is the private sector development, is the engine of growth. So state sector can't do anything, as you said already in the presentation. The private-public partnership, it has to be effective. So we are also part of a accounting team. I was in the capital market more than 25 years. Contributed and we brought the Colombo Stock Exchange to Jaffna in order to promote the private sector development. I was as a broker in Northern Province, so but I was in the construction industry more than 25 years. So what I can understand, we have to do something in the private sector, then only that we can attract the investors. And there are some bottlenecks also. Foreign investors are not coming here. So there should be, you should allow the earlier the provincial council asking a fund, chief minister. If they allow the chief minister fund, there are possibilities. Even the current president was interested on Palmera fund or something. It put in work during the last government time. So something like that, there should be a platform, fund management. And only from that you go for investment company. So I am very, economically I am telling you, I am not adding anything, some other area. So this is my opinion. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think we are more biased towards the UD and the BOI. So maybe ICC, maybe I think connect something he asked earlier. Why we are not able to see the ICC boards here in North? I mean, so which makes you?
Actually, we were able to complete one project in Jaffna very recently. We were awarded with the SLIP Jaffna project, and this was the start. I think that's why we were able to present today. I think because of that exposure, I think this is a good start. And we may join hands with especially the University of Jaffna, and there are ample knowledge with our organization. 40 years we have operated very successfully. So with a lot of challenges in the industry, but still we are surviving in a big way with respect to other contractors. All are struggling, but we can say we are having very healthy financial capacity to implement any type of construction. Therefore, I kindly request to University of Jaffna get our service, and we are independently and voluntarily like to join hand with the University of Jaffna. And please invite us. We may able to share our knowledge with the students. That it will be really a good start to develop the Jaffna Peninsula. In the meantime, I would like to suggest one thing, especially we had the opportunity to visit China. They always do their development with the collaboration of universities, but unfortunately in Sri Lanka this is not happening. Therefore that the unwanted people intervene and they were doing whatever the thing they want. But if we join hands with the university, so since the peninsula is starting from the grassroots level, I think so now you can start a good structure, UDA, BOI, University of Jaffna, and you can have a good plan at the beginning, then join hands with Jaffna University. So I think the knowledge is the place that can use for development of Jaffna with a proper way. I think you know that in Colombo we are doing one road construction. Next day, what about will come and demolish entire road work? So without happening like this, I think this is the time. So get together everybody and carry out the construction in Jaffna.
Thank you so much. Maybe maybe next question to Kiriwara, because you are in industry and came now in the academia. Because we always compare our industry university model, what we have in Sri Lanka and overseas. Always, there's some big difference. Do you agree or not? I'm not sure, but let me finish it first. Because, for example, normally in the university research, and normally only some of the research are transmitted to, the next stage, the incubation or pilot. Then we need to have an industry partner to really, go forward. And so, as a person with the industry experience, and now you're in the academia, so you think the existing model. So, what sort of thing? What sort of obstacles we have? So, what we can do further?
Actually, unlike foreign countries, as you are already aware, as the general manager from ICC also mentioned, the universities are very much linked with the industry, and most of the problems that are studied in the universities are industrial problems. But unfortunately, in Sri Lanka, it is maybe less than 10%. Even not only the Jaffna University, if even we take other engineering faculties in the country, the linkage with the industry is very much limited, and also the industry also with some of the, not everyone, but most of the time industrial people are also not much willing to work with the academics. The lack of collaboration is there, but I am sure that in the future, maybe within the next, in my presentation also I showed you the development, the technology is fastly growing. Therefore, we can't be well away from that. Therefore, during the next 1 or 2 decades, the Sri Lanka also will go to the level of other countries. The requirement, there will be a mandatory requirement for the industry to collaborate with the universities to transfer the knowledge. That will happen in the near future. I am so confident, because you can see that ICC, they are working in the modern development. They are always collaborating with Morato University or whoever closer to them. When they come to Jaffna Peninsula also, the problems related to this region, if we are capable of attending to that issues, then definitely the opportunity is there for the universities. Because otherwise, currently even the very larger buildings in Northern Province, when they are an issue, they have to bring experts from Colombo. That is much costly. They're providing accommodation and transport and everything. Therefore, it will be, I think, in the future, there will be a requirement. And another thing is, when we are doing this kind of a multi-story building as well as other developments, there's a period of maintenance. After that, there will be a requirement for the health assessment. For example, if we take the telecommunication towers around this area, most of the towers were built around 10-20 years back. Now, even I have worked with some telecommunication development companies. They are monitoring their health status. Then they don't bring experts from Colombo. They won't have experts here. Like that, there will be definitely collaborations in the future. For that, the attitude of both sides, industry and academic, has to be improved. And at the end, there will be I am so confident that in the future it will happen. Thank you.
Thank you. I think we almost come to the end. So, yeah.
One important thing I would like to emphasize is a secret, our company secret. So I would like to give that to you all. So our company is so brave enough to invest in this difficult time. So we were able to find the gap in the development. So we are always see positively. So even on this difficult time, we see that we are not lay off any single officer or worker from our organization. We think this is an opportunity for we to do something better. So I think Peninsula, all gentlemen here, also brave enough to invest for difficult time. So that is our company secret for you to check and implement.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we almost come to the end of this session, but I mean, even the lectures, we give you a take-home note or something like that. So I mean, to get some more positive energy, maybe I think I know. I mean, we all have very experienced people even in the audience here. So one thing as an academic, what we see when we meet a lot of the people, especially coming on the academy, research, or any industry, whatever, especially I'm thinking about some even people from diaspora or some other sectors and all. So most of the people have a conception that some change is needed maybe in the system. But the thing is, the reality is we really have a wonderful system. The problem is that sometimes the lack of awareness, so we don't explore much. So that's what I learned from this session today. I learned a lot from the what is the opportunities or opening from the UDA and BOI or the sectors and even the industry side. I mean, I think we have a lot more, I mean, get some more positive energy without just blaming. We have a wonderful system. I mean, maybe we need to little bit explore, and still if there is any gray areas to be filled, of course we can fill. But yeah, so I think maybe that would be as an academic, I would say that I would like to say that. I mean, we most of the time, in most of the sectors, we have a wonderful system. We have wonderful things that sometimes happen in the implementation or something happen in the people who fit to the positions and all. But there's nothing much wrong with the system. So that's instead of get some positive energy. And I think the right time to conclude this session. And so let's wind up. And thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kejisen. I would like to invite our engineer Nisank Vijayaratne to just to hand over some token of appreciation to our Dr. Balachandra Kejisen. First of all, yeah. This was with the generous support from the Three Singha Private Limited, Trading Route Private Limited, and Global GIS Private Limited. So please accept. And Mr. Lawrence, Mr. Sandaruvan, and Mr. Roshan Rodrigo, and Mr. Somaratne, and I would like to call upon Ms. Harani Suresh Kumar and planner Mr. P.S. Shanta. Engineer Kiriparan and Mr. Anura Prasanna. And I should thank all of you, those who have attended the seminar both in person and via Zoom. First, we thank the presenters who gave their generous valuable time and expertise to the contribution to this seminar. The Board of Investment of Sri Lanka and Urban Development Authority, Civil Engineering Faculty of University of Jaffna. Last but not least, the sponsor of the event, International Construction Consortium and Dialogue Enterprises. The trailblazing venture started with Aingaran Media Solutions approaching the Chamber of Construction Industry Sri Lanka to hold an exhibition and seminar at Jaffna for the Northern Province. So we jumped at the opportunity, especially as event in scheduled soon after the Nallur Festival. The CCI wanted to promote this exhibition and the seminar event island-wide. We thank our partner Aingaran Media Solutions who laid out all the groundwork for the event and of exhibition and the seminar. We also thank Tilco Hotels for making available their venue for these persons. Kasturi, who helped me a lot from the Tilco and the management, and technical team who provided sound and camera and the Zoom connection, provided outstanding infrastructure from my Colombo, my CCI team. I should thank them. There are numerous others who helped us, such as Dr. Kechi-san, who came forward to moderate the proceedings. Mr. Karthik, who has a get-to-go attitude with our Secretary General and Board of Management of CCI, who promoted this event and gave all the encouragement. We thank all of you and good night. Thank you very much.